So right here we have this Etico wet dry vac. This is the ET5 series right here. And I figured I'd do a little test of this. I got it all nice and charged up. It's got these indicator lights right here to let you know how charged it is. We're at 99% on this nice little touch screen right here to be able to see all the info. But I want to test it out. So I've got some stuff over here that I'm going to throw onto the ground. We're going to make a mess. We have spaghetti, we have marinara sauce, and we have some cereal right here. I'm just going to throw it down on the ground here, and we're going to see how this thing can pick it up. First of all, though, I want to point out in my previous video, I mentioned that this was the clean water tank and this was the dirty water tank, and I actually had that backwards. This one is the clean water tank and this one is the dirty water tank. It does have a max line on there, so whenever your dirty water reaches that max, you need to take it out and clean it, which we'll demonstrate after we use the thing. So we need to fill up our clean water right here. Simply have this simple button right here that you press down. You can see the little latch right there that goes up and down. And whenever we go to put it back, you'll hear it click into place, but it's a nice thin tank right here. It's got this flap right here at the top. You're just gonna simply pop that open. Got a nice gasket all the way around here. And you have this hole to be able to fill it up with. So if you want to, you can just simply put it underneath the faucet to fill it up. Or they have this little measuring cup right here with the pour spout, so you can easily get it into there if that's a little bit easier for you. I actually have some filtered water right here. I prefer to use filtered water in my appliances that use water, just because we have hard water here in Louisiana, and so it prevents all of the buildup of those minerals and whatnot, and it'll actually make your appliances last longer. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill this thing on up so that we can give it a good test with all these. I'm going to make a mess on the floor too. We're going to see what this thing can do. I'm excited to try this thing on out. Alrighty, so I think that we're about at the top, so let's go ahead and cut that. Another thing that's going to be interesting to do is that you guys will, I do my videos unedited, so you guys will be able to tell how much battery life is left in this thing once we get all that cleanup done, because we are now at 100% right here. All right, so let's grab our water canister. We got it about halfway full right there, so I'm kind of curious to know how long that's going to last as well. So let's go ahead and pop this on the back. You guys can hear that click. Do want to point out it's got just a simple hole down there. Hole right there that's going to, or the little stick right there that kind of goes through it to let the water come through. Pop this on in, just like that. Now it will detect that it has water into it so that we can use mopping mode. There's two modes on this thing. There's the mopping mode and there's the vacuum mode, which I'll show you guys in just a minute. But first, let's make a mess. So let's see, we're gonna take some of this pasta right here. We'll throw this on the ground. By the way, thank you to these guys for sending this to me and partnering with me so that I could show this thing off to you guys and test this thing on out. Let's get our granola on the ground. Definitely appreciate them doing that for us. Got some good granola right here. We'll just throw that on the ground, make a mess. And then we have, of course, the nice marinara sauce so we can really test out that mopping action that this thing can do. There's a brand new bottle too. Open that on up. I want to get a little spoon action. And we're just gonna spoon some of this on out. So we'll throw that down there, maybe on the spaghetti, a little over to the side right there. It's a good chunky kind too, so we'll really be able to tell if it can actually pick up all this mess. So we got quite a mess. We even got some water right here. Quite a mess on the floor right there. Let's see how well this thing is able to clean up this hot mess. So, as you can see, you have a nice big roller on the bottom here, which is going to be great for mopping up all the wet stuff. And then, like I mentioned, it has that vacuum feature, so it should be able to vacuum up some of the granola, the cereal, and all that type of stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it off the stand, and then you wanna lean it back. And then you have this button right down here. You wanna hold down this for about 2 seconds, and you're gonna hear it turn on. Okay, so we have mopping mode is on right there. I can press this button to turn the e-water on, or if I want to turn it off, I want to keep it off. And then you have different modes. If you click that button, now you just go to vacuum mode. Let's do mopping mode and let's test this on out. I can see some water already coming out right there. So let's go ahead and mop this on up. You can see that marinara sauce getting onto that roller right there, picking it up perfectly. It's going over the granola now. Oh wow, look at that. It's picking it up. Wow, it like sucks up that spaghetti. Oh my goodness, wow. That is amazing. Then we'll go on over to the water right there. Let's just go this way. Got a little bit more spaghetti. This, look at this. This is totally clean. All right, so this giant almond didn't make it, but this is absolutely incredible. I am so floored at how well this worked. Wow, and that took no time at all. So if you have kids and they make a mess on the floor, like you can easily pick this thing up. I can pick it up with one hand and then I can just clean everything up. That is amazing. Okay, let me go ahead and flip it on over to vacuuming mode. There's a speed button right here, so if you just want to do a slower speed, you can do that. Or you can put it on high speed. Don't go high speed, may as well just get a little vacuum action going on. This thing is impressive. I can't believe how well it picked. One thing that I wanted to point out, let me turn this off. I'm just going to lift up on it, just like that. It'll hold into place and it'll turn off. So very easy to turn off. But one thing I wanted to point out is that we have all these grooves throughout all these bricks right here. And that's where a lot of our dirt and debris gets stuck and whatnot. And that is totally clean. That is amazing. So if you have a flat hardwood floor, like this would be perfect for easy cleanup. But even though this is not 100% flat and we have all this like texture and grooves and whatnot, it did an amazing job getting through all that. So this thing is amazing. Now, it does have the self-cleaning feature onto it as well. So all you do is you take this, you put it right on top of here. So while it's charging, it says charging start. Look, we have 94%, so we used up 6% in 7 minutes or so. It has this self-clean button up here. Check this out. I'm gonna press this.
Self-cleaning start.
And so it's gonna blast air through there, blast water through there, and clean up the whole thing. Taking a look at how much water we used. Barely anything out of there. That's amazing. And this is what it picked up in the bin right here. I'm gonna go ahead and empty this out. I wanna show you guys the final self-clean right here. Y'all remember from the video, the previous video, this piece can come off if you do need to get down into there to clean up all the junk that you, all the debris that's in there that you sucked up. It does have the extra roll if you want to utilize that, and this little cleaning brush if you need to get into the nooks and crannies of it. I can't take off this right now because it's actually using the water in the bin, cleaning this, and then putting it into. You can see the water drip down through there. So it's actively using the clean water and the dirty water tank. So once we get through the cleaning cycle, which I want to show you guys about how long it lasts, we press the button at about 7.5 minutes. You can hear the air and the suction going through there. As you can see, it's also still charging, getting its charge back. And as I mentioned too in the previous video, they have these nice little cradles. So if you want to put some accessories in, they just simply go on and off, kind of like a puzzle piece. Got one on this side as well for this roll. So if you want this on this side or this on this side, you can kind of configure it however you like. All right, so our self-cleaning is finished. So now we want to dump the dirty water tank. So it's got a little button right here on the front. Just gonna pull that down. That's for that little latch right there. Pull it out this way. And as you can see, We have about half that up to the max tank, so about half the tank full right there. As you can see on the inside, which I'm gonna open it up, there is a float on there, so whenever it reaches that max, it's gonna push up on that, and then it won't be able to accept any more debris. So let me go ahead and put you guys on down right here. If I can balance you guys, there we go. All right, let's see what we have in here. I'm just gonna simply pull up on this. All right, so this right here is that float that I was talking about. And then this right here, let's see, I'll put that right there. Look, you can see all of that debris, all of that stuff that it picked up. Wow, that's amazing. I can't believe it got all that. Let me see if I need to hold the camera a little bit better, just like this. Okay, now, let's dump this thing on out and see what all we got. Oh, yes, look at all that. Then clean up, since it's just one big giant container right here, you can just simply throw some water in there if there's some additional debris. Clean it on out, just like that. And then you are good to go. You want to give this a little rinse off, you can. Got a nice gasket all the way around here, so that debris is not going to come out. Simply pop that right back on into there. It's a little hard to do one-handed, but there you go. And then you pop this right back onto your wet dry vac. Man, this thing is amazing. If y'all are looking for an easy way to clean up those kids' messes, which y'all know kids know how to make a mess, especially if you do like a thing where kids are learning to feed themselves. There's something called baby-led weaning. And they make a mess everywhere. But even our 5-year-old, our 10-year-olds, they make messes as well because stuff drops all over the floor. This is a great way to just be able to grab it real quick. There's no cord or anything, so you don't have to worry about plugging it in, making sure there's an outlet around, winding up your cord after you're done. It's all built in with the battery. You just simply grab it, zip it up, and then you're good to go. And then you have the backup roller if you need the backup roller right there. Y'all definitely need to go and check out this right here if this is something that you're looking for. This thing worked extremely well. I'm so pleased with how well it picked up all that mess that we had all over the floor. Thank y'all for watching. If this is something that y'all are looking for, go and check this one out. And Dad out.